I know, it's weird. We have the camera out again. Hello, everybody. Oh, thank you. That's so sweet. Are you gonna lay down? Gonna lay down right here? Lay down. I like legitimately don't even know where I am. Who am I? Who am I? What are we doing here? Welcome back. Honestly, I'm not nervous. I'm honestly excited. I feel like I am just about to reconnect with a friend that I haven't seen in like 3 years. It feels like a really, really long time since I've actually sat down in front of the camera and talked about anything real. I just want to first start off by saying if you guys have stuck with me and you are subscribers, like, thank you. Thank you so, so much for sticking with me even through huge long, oh Chippy, you okay? Through huge long periods of not posting and just not even really being relevant whatsoever in the YouTube world. So I wanted to say thank you so much to those of you who have stuck around and are continuing to follow my journey through this crazy life. So I wanted to start off by saying that. I also wanted to start off by saying I hope you guys are all doing well. There's nothing in me that says I need to explain why I've been gone or I need to explain why I've taken a break. But I do feel a pull to like let you guys in on kind of the last year and a half, 2 years of my life, to where because I went from posting so many videos and being so present and here for my YouTube family, all you nurses, prospective nurses, kind of diving into the nurse content, day in the life of the nurse videos, all of that, which I know a lot of my followers are nurses. So I do feel like I owe it to you guys to at least just touch on why I'm back, where I've been, kind of everything that has been going on. So let's do that. Also, just wanted to mention before I do get any questions, this necklace says Momo, if you guys can see it, which is my fiance's last name. Well, his last name is Moeller, but all through high school and college, his friends and teammates called him Momo. So this says Momo, not Mama. I get asked quite frequently if it says Mama. I'm not pregnant. I don't have a child on the way or anything like that. So I just wanted to clarify just in case I get that question as we move on. Anyways, if you guys are just stumbling across this video and somehow you landed here and you don't know who I am or what I do or any of that, my name is Maddie. I started my YouTube channel, let's see, how long ago now? 2018, I believe. So I'm going into like my 4th year of being a YouTuber. I got started because I was in the hospital. I was very, very sick March of 2018, and one of the things that I'd always wanted to do was start a YouTube channel after fighting for my life and kind of healing from this crazy disease I had. I was in ICU. I have a video on that if you guys are curious, but I wanted to start a channel and it was something I always wanted to do. So I did it, and I couldn't have imagined the things that would have come from starting a YouTube channel. I was incredibly surprised by how many of you were interested and intrigued in all of my nursing content. So that's a huge portion of why I am who I am and why this channel is what it is because I am a registered nurse. I have my BSN, I went to TCU, I'm Horned Frog, and I graduated with my Bachelor of Science in Nursing from TCU in 2016. So I'm going on my, let's see, my 6th year of being a nurse. I think that's right. Yeah, my 6th year of being a nurse, which is insane to me. I feel like it was yesterday that I just graduated. But anyways, I just wanted to kind of give you guys a little bit of background information. Now, for the people that have stuck around and have been wanting to know kind of where I've been and what's been going on, honestly, I really haven't even thought about making this video. I finally today felt like it was time to take the camera out of my drawer, literally dust it off because I have not picked it up in over a year, and at least sit down. And if I never even post this video, at least I sat down in front of the camera and the ring light and started talking to the camera again, because honestly, it feels weird. I'm not gonna lie, it feels weird. And I think one of the main reasons why I wanted to do this again, was to challenge myself, to put myself back out there. I hope you guys can appreciate that I am doing this video for no reason other than to, again, put myself out there again and just talk about real life shit. So, for those of you that know, the last video I literally posted on YouTube was January something of 2021. It was right after my fiance Ryan and I got engaged. We do have a video on that if you're interested and haven't seen that. It was literally the happiest day of my life, and it probably always will be. It was super, super special. Being newly engaged and being at my new job and just kind of all of the challenges that 2020 brought along, personally, professionally, being a nurse in a pandemic, being away from my family, having to quarantine, just kind of all of the different challenges that 2020 encompassed started to weigh heavily on me. And it also was a time where I started to look inward at a lot of things. I feel like my early 20s, I was very, honestly, when I reflect back, my early 20s, I felt very lost. I didn't really have a direction. I knew that I wanted to be a nurse, and I became a nurse and I was able to achieve that goal, but I didn't really know where life was going to lead me. I had a lot of uncertainty, and I kind of just struggled through a lot of that. And it wasn't until 2020 hit where life kind of slowed down. Ryan was done with football. For those of you that don't know, my fiance played football professionally in college and professionally for a bit afterwards. So I was kind of always just trying to find my identity and who I am in this world. And I kind of just hit this point in life where everything settled down and slowed down, and it really gave you a chance to like look at yourself in the mirror. I know you guys can all relate, because I'm sure it was like that for, I know it was like that for a ton of people. So with all of that being said, 2020, we bought our first home. We had a lot of huge life events that were so incredible, but again, it was like a lot of self-reflecting and looking inward, looking at the past. Just was a challenging but necessary year to have. So going off of 2020 and changing jobs, during the pandemic, I literally changed my full-time career. So I went from being in the hospital, operating room full-time, to being in a surgery center full-time, working for 2 plastic surgeons. And that brought a whole nother gamut of its own challenges. Lots of high highs, lots of low lows. And again, just kind of in all of that, then being newly engaged and having the responsibility of planning a wedding and making sure Ryan and I are doing everything we possibly can to have the most fruitful and loving marriage we ever could have. And it just, all in all, 2021 was kind of an extension of 2020, of finding myself. I have been in therapy now for a year and a half, solid, like every other week or every 3 weeks. I've been seeing a therapist, which was new for me. Started that in 2020 as well. And there's just been so much self-discovery and learning and questioning myself, questioning others, trying to find my kind of who I truly am. And I didn't feel like I could do that and also give you guys authentic videos. I think there was also a point in time where, when it came to YouTube and social media in general, where I was kind of using it to overshadow other areas of my life that maybe I didn't want to pay attention to or give my time to, like my faith and my friends and my relationships, my family members, even my relationship with Ryan. I think at times YouTube and social media started to take over and would take place of other really important real life things that I needed to put time and attention into. So it never was like any one thing specifically. It was an accumulation of a lot of little things that go into YouTube, the time, the amount of stress it was causing, a lot of different things. And when you pair that with a new job in a new area where the pressure was very, very, very high to succeed and to do well, to take care of patients' lives, kind of just like this whole thing, I started to develop this underlying anxiety that was really challenging. So I don't know if I need to say trigger warning or anything like that, but I am going to talk about anxiety. I have dealt with pretty severe anxiety for the last year. In the last, I would say 2 to 3 months, it has started to get a lot better, but I've done honestly like a full year's worth of therapy and breathing techniques and diversion techniques. I've done a whole year and a half really, but a solid year's worth of mindfulness and working through my anxieties. And I am thankful to say that up until year 27 of my life, I had never experienced anxiety of this type before, but I can now say, since I'm on the other end of it, that I fully 100% see and respect every single one of you that experiences anxiety in any form, whether it's small to very, very massive to panic attacks. I have now been there through all of it, and I've experienced it all. And it's terrifying, it's scary, it's horrible. Some days you wake up and you just don't really know how you're gonna go on. And honestly, like, wow. I had some really, really hard days in between kind of 2020 and where we are now. So that being said, I just want, if and when I jump back into my channel and if and when I jump back into posting, I want to be the most real and authentic version of myself at all times. And that might mean videos very sporadically, that might mean videos more regularly. I'm trying really hard entering into 2022 to have a much better work-life balance. And I'm not going to touch on my job too much. I will say that I have made some changes at work. I still am at the same place of work, but I have created more boundaries in my own life, and I have decided to take on kind of a different role, and I am working less than I used to be working. So with that being said, I'm hoping that it gives me more time and passion to like put back into YouTube, to put back into you guys, to create content and be creative again. I think that's one of the main things that I miss the most, is the creative aspect and connecting with others through this platform, and truly just feeling like I can do anything to help nurses, young women, literally anybody feel loved and accepted. And if I can help you with any type of content that I can put out, I love that, and that's why I started this channel to begin with. So I feel like I am being so long-winded. Let's jump into wedding planning and kind of Ryan and I and how everything's been going with us. I feel like Ryan and I are in the absolute best place we've ever been in our relationship. We celebrated our 5-year anniversary in November of 2021. So we're just a little over 5 years in, and we are so extremely excited to get married. We have, I think, I have a little calendar over there, 235 days left until our wedding. So we are getting married in September of this year. So it's super exciting that we're finally kind of in the year that we're getting married. For so long it seemed so far away, and we're getting closer and closer. So I'm excited that we're kind of getting big things checked off. I'm not sure yet if I'm gonna do content on wedding planning. I think maybe I will do it retrospectively. So like once the wedding is said and done, maybe I will do some content kind of reflecting back on my experience and give advice and things like that. I'm just not sure how much real-time content you guys will see or get, but if I do get to it and that's something that you guys are interested in, I definitely am not opposed to doing it. So honestly, this break and this time away has just made me refocus on the things that are important to me, and I've put in a lot of hard work, like I said again, on my anxiety and on my work-life balance and setting boundaries and just figuring out the true, authentic, vulnerable Maddie, because for so long I held myself to this unrealistic standard, and I was just kind of a lost girl, and I didn't know what I wanted to do with life. And I'm still working on that, don't get me wrong. I don't have anything figured out, but I just kind of have been going through it. And Ryan's been on the journey with me, and he's been so supportive and incredible, and my job has been a massive part of that and been really challenging and caused me to grow in a ton of different ways as a nurse, as a person, as a coworker, all of it. So anyways, that's kind of things in a nutshell, and I hope that just gives you guys at least a little bit of an insight into what's been going on in our lives, where we've been. It's been a lot of self-care, a lot of growth, a lot of challenges, a lot of maturing, and a lot of looking towards the future. So more than anything, I think that's where Ryan and I are now in 2022, starting off the year on the right foot. We are looking forward to kind of being the happiest, healthiest versions of ourselves this year. And honestly, it's massive for me even to be sitting here in front of the camera right now, because to me that symbolizes that I am comfortable in my own skin again, and I'm excited and happy and feel authentically me, and am ready to kind of face the YouTube world again and to produce content and spend time looking at myself on screen and editing and kind of just doing all of the things, because for so long that's hasn't seemed like something that's realistic for me anymore. I apologize also because I am getting over COVID. I had COVID. I'm on day 12 now since when I tested positive. So I have been back at work per the CDC recommendations. I'm getting over COVID, so I still have a little bit of like congestion and headache and just kind of like brain fog. So I feel like I'm going every which direction with this conversation, and it's probably gonna make zero sense. And if you guys again have made it this far in the video, maybe just throw me a thumbs up, like this video, give me a little bit of an encouragement that I'm not insane and crazy. Sorry, we got cut off. I think I was at my time limit. But yeah, I just wanted to say thank you to you guys for watching, and thank you for sticking with me again if you have made it to this point. Ryan's on his way home right now, so I'm not sure if once he gets here, if he wants to jump in, say a few things. He's been really excited to get the YouTube channel up and running again as well, so it's possible that we might make it kind of more of a couples channel. So anyways, thank you guys for sticking with me and watching this video. I hope to be back soon. I don't know when I'll be back, but I know Ryan's excited too, and I hope you guys are as well. So we'll see you guys soon, and that's that.